baby like this is I call it the get acquainted thing, but I establish something. And the thing I want to establish, I'm not saying I will, but the thing I want to establish is that I'm the leader. Now she's already, following me, but I want that pretty pronounced, okay? What we call this is the hook up, join up, hook and draw. There's a lot of names for it, but I want her I'm established that I'm her leader, okay? The way you do this is like the way they do it in the herd. And the way they do it in the herd is, this is the way I understand it, there's a matriarch mare, one's in charge, the stallion's not really the one in charge, but this matriarch mare controls the herd. This is an instinct. And what the mare will do, if she doesn't like something, she chases that horse away. So the first thing I'm going to do is just chase this horse away. I want her to get away from me. Go away from me. Horses are real spatial. And so I want to say, I can push you away anytime I want. And so what happens there is, she's going through her mind saying, I don't know. I don't know. If this guy was my friend, he walked in here and I told him I was his friend, but he's not my friend now. What's going on? That's what I'm trying to establish. Saw a guy yesterday and he had one that was, he said, the only horse this will come up to is me, or the only person this horse will come up to is me. And I thought about later asking, well, if he comes up to me, will you give me the horse? Just see what he would say. Now I want to teach you something right here. Something happened right there. Number one, I quit. Number two, I gave her a calming signal. See how she started licking her lips? Now watch this. She's already doing it, so I know she'll give it to me. She says, oh, really? Now I'm drawing her to me, see? Not easy to do on a horse that's already had some experience with a human. On these babies, it's really pretty easy to do. The kissing sound says move. The humming sound says move to me. So I'm raising, and talking doesn't help either, but we're going to do it anyway. So what I want to do, I'm trying to establish, and I don't do this maybe as full as I could, but what I try to do is I want her to see me as, number one, her leader, and number two, her friend. But I'm only her friend if I'm her leader. She can't be my leader. And there are some that, this side is going to be a little bit of a problem. There we go, so I back off, got a little bit. That's pretty good, yeah. She says, yeah, I see. So I do about that much, that's about all I do. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to do some desensitizing. But in the process of this, we're going to get her used to a snaffle bit. So I'm going to put the snaffle bit right on her. Because I'm going to do some things with this snaffle bit. The way I start a colt is really two things. I take away fear and I build in control. Those two things, that's all. And you're going to see probably that I don't do a lot of groundwork. Because I'm going to be on her back pretty soon. I'm going to be riding her pretty soon. That's my prediction. Things change as you get more and more to know with the horse. She's never had one of these on, right? Now, while she's getting used to that, I'm going to desensitize her a little bit with this rope. There's a little term called, I like 2 eyes better than 2 feet. So I want her eyes always with me, always close to me. So I'm going to just kind of go like this and kind of ask for, her to accept that. She says, yeah, you've told me, guy. You've told me, yeah. Now, I got a lot of movement when I touched her, so I'm going to do less touching. We're going to still touch her with the rope, but I'm going to do less of it. Now, one huge part of this process is you've really got 2 horses here. You've got a horse on the left, in this case my right, and a horse on the right, in this case my left. If you don't focus on both of those horses, that's where your problems come, okay? Most of us only have a horse, we only work with a horse on the left. And the problem comes when they see you on the right, okay? So I'm going to desensitize those sides a little bit by just kind of using this rope up and back and just kind of going like this, just kind of saying, well, we're just kind of desensitize this. Till pretty soon she accepts this touching thing, because we're going to be touching a lot of her before this is all over with. And this is going to take me longer than like if I'm doing it by myself, because I'm trying to explain what I'm doing. So there's 2 things remember the 2 things that can get you hurt? One is fear. The other is disrespect. Okay? She's right now a little bit afraid of this stuff, okay? She's saying, I've never had this before, I don't want to have this right now, ta-da-da-da. And so if she moves too fast, you back off. In every case, you back off, but you always have the eyes, you don't have the heels. Does that make sense? You always have the eyes, you don't have the heels. Those are heels. These are eyes. I knew you knew that, but anyway, you always have the eyes, and that's the respect portion. I want her just here so that I can put this on her about any place, and she's relaxed. All right, Alberta, this is what I was telling you to do with your horse, your mare. Just do this. This is all you have to do, and because that's what I'm going to do when I start riding her. I'm just going to do this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to until this horse, until she starts settling down. You understand? Because if they don't settle down here, now see she's going a little bit forward. I want her back. Huge thing as it relates to these halters. Huge. All right, because you can see the results I get quickly. So I just go here. Now I've got a horse on the other side, so I'm doing this on this side, but that doesn't mean it's done on the other side. This is another sensitive spot. But guess what? I'm such a being profound that if she kicks my rope, it doesn't hurt my rope, but she kicks me, ta-da. So use the rope to desensitize. That makes sense, right? Is this boring, everybody? So you just do this. You just do this. Then she's moving too much ahead of me, so I want her back. That's how I get that result. Now we're going to go on the other side and just desensitize and so on. And it's good to be able to talk to somebody, because I'm doing it, but it's not really to her. She's just saying, oh, how you doing, sweetie pie? Oh, how you doing? How you doing, sweetie pie? And they love this. Obviously, we all like to be recognized as being somebody that we... By the way, this is not something I have always done in my career. I've started in my lifetime, a guy asked me, I did his colt, he watched me do it, and he says, how many of these horses you've done? And I said, I don't really know, but it's between 3,000 and 4,000. And guess what? Every one of them react the same way. Because why? They all have